My children, gather here. Come closer to the fire. Let me tell you about our grandfathers, brave men of the Igbo tribe. Men whose names were sung in wrestling matches and whose yams were the envy of all 7 villages. They were strong, fearless, and sometimes, my dear children, completely and utterly unserious. Were they warriors? Warriors? My son, they fought a battle so fierce, so legendary, it is still whispered about in the markets today. It was the greatest battle in our village's history, the Great Goat War of Umuahia. It all began one morning when your great-grandfather Okonkwo, a man whose temper was shorter than a grasshopper's leg, woke up to a terrible silence. His prize goat, Amalinze, was missing. Not just any goat, mind you. This goat was said to be descended from the personal flock of the sky god himself. Okonkwo began his own investigation, a true village detective. He questioned everyone. Old man Obiarika claimed he was dreaming of wrestling a leopard. Young Inkechi swore she was counting the stars. The clues led nowhere until he saw a trail of suspicious hoof prints leading directly to the compound of his neighbor. Ezenwa, a man known for his sharp tongue and even sharper wit. Okonkwo marched over, his feet pounding the earth like war drums. Ezenwa, return my goat, he roared, before thunder visits your roof. Ezenwa appeared, leaning on his doorframe, chewing a stick. And behind him, there was Amalinze, happily munching on Ezenwa's prize-winning hibiscus flowers. Ezenwa simply said, "Your goat came to my compound by itself." Then he winked. "Maybe it likes me better. You're not a very good host, it seems." And just like that, war started. Not with guns, not with swords, but with something far more dangerous in a village of storytellers: grammar. Okonkwo's supporters screamed. He said, "Your goat," meaning the goat belonging to you. Ezenwa's camp retorted, "No," he said, "you're not a good host," meaning you are. The village divided. Team Yor versus Team Yor. It was chaos. The argument grew so heated that the entire village economy ground to a halt. No yams were harvested. No pots were fired. Even the formidable chief's wife, a woman whose soup could make a king weep with joy, slammed down her ladle and refused to cook until the goat matter and the grammar matter was settled. The village elders had to intervene. They convened a trial in the main square. The talking drums called for order. The goat, Amalinze, was brought in as the key witness. When Okonkwo made his case, the goat was silent. When Ezenwa spoke, it let out a happy bleat. The crowd gasped. Finally, the chief declared the only solution was to wait for the goat to give birth, for a paternity test. And just as the village was about to starve from the cooking strike, the goat came home with 3 beautiful baby goats. And they looked exactly like the wild goat that lived in the forest behind the village. It had belonged to no one all along. The anger instantly melted into laughter. And our great-grandfathers? They almost destroyed the village over a paternity test of a goat. So you see, my children, a man who chases a goat into another man's compound must be prepared to argue about more than just ownership.